Hey, congratulations for taking the lead and doing our 7-day fresh start. So if you've already bought your pack and you're ready to go, this video is just going to have a little bit more detail about the ins and outs. So by now, I probably would have already asked you to download one of the free fasting apps on your phone. You don't have to do that, but it just helps you keep track of time. So when you have your last bite of food tonight, if you're starting tomorrow, you're going to push the starting app within a couple of minutes of finishing. Maybe just have a glass of water and rinse your mouth, and you don't want to leave it too long because every second counts when you're waiting tomorrow to reach your 16 hours. So you do that. After you've done that, you're more than welcome to, I don't know if you want a black coffee at night, but go for it if you do. You're more than welcome to have simple herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint, maybe ginger tea, but don't get into all the fancy flavors because they would have synthetic flavors, etc. in them. You can always come back to me or the person that put you onto this program if you want to ask, but just keep it simple. And that is going to be the philosophy for these 7 days. I basically recorded this second video. If you do want a little bit more out of the program, you really want to go for bang for buck, it's only a week, and put your very best efforts in. So you push fast, you're going to go to push start on your fasting app, you're going to go to sleep tonight, and in the morning, get up, maybe have a glass of water. If you can fit in a nice little stroll or something, if that's part of your morning routine, still go and do that. Sometimes I get asked if people can still exercise. I do all my same exercise, and I am a group fitness instructor. I, go running, but that is really just up to you to navigate. Most people with a little bit of tiny experience of having a little bit of, fasting windows will be absolutely fine. But if you're someone that really suffers with poorly regulated blood sugars, e.g. you get headaches and stuff if you don't eat, maybe just take that a little bit easier, but just see how you go. All right, so when you wake up in the morning, as I said, maybe have a glass of water. That's just a great way to start the day anyway. And then say you finished dinner at 7 o'clock last night, you're going to try not to eat anything until 11 o'clock. Now, if you're a breakfast eater, if you're someone that loves eating breakfast, you're probably going to get a little bit hungry after a red hot minute. So this is where you're either going to get a nice icy cold glass of water, or you're going to pop the kettle on, whatever you prefer, a hot or cold drink, and you are going to tip the powder of this into a mug or a glass, whatever, as again, hot or cold, up to you. And you're only going to add water to it. So whether it's hot or whether it's cold, I like to add a little, the only exceptions to that is, yes, you can add a little tiny shake of cinnamon if some people don't love the taste of matcha, but trust me, I promise you it'll grow on you. I'm not a huge fan either, but every time I do this, I end up really quite liking it. And I sometimes add a little bit of pinch of Himalayan or Celtic sea salt as well. It's individual. I have had someone ask me if they can add ginger before, and I've said, yeah, that should be okay as well. But most people just love this as is. So that is the powder. You get 14 of these. This is a 7-day program. So if you do the maths, you can have 2 a day. I find a lot of people have one to replace that first morning cup of whatever they would have. And then again, maybe one around 10 when they're like, oh, I've got 1 hour to go and I'm starting to feel a bit peckish. So again, come back to us with any questions. This is our matcha powder. Right, you made it. You're at 11 o'clock. You're like, woohoo! You are going to make your golden renewal protein. This is massive. This is going to help you burn fat. This is going to help you detox. So I know burning fat sounds like a little cliche thing that people, a gimmicky thing, but because of the MCT oil in this actually will push you into a fat burning mode quicker and give you a bit of satiety from the MCT oil as well. So that's going to help to get you through and give you better benefits. This is going to help you to break your fast in a great way, having 24 grams of protein. And it's also got some intense detoxifiers in here. You won't notice it, but when the results will be better because of these. So when I say intense detoxifiers, you're not going to get headaches and all the things other than maybe a little bit of usual headache from not eating. So this has got really strong detoxifiers. It gives your body a safe place to let go of more toxins and then hold them so that, because you always get a little bit of reabsorption when your body lets go of toxins until stuff gets out and is passed out through the bottom end. This will help stop it from being reabsorbed. It tastes like a turmeric latte. You can have, I mean, I've seen people have these hot as well, not my favorite. I like to make these with icy cold, pure harvest, unsweetened almond milk. That's one of the best ones to get because it's got no nasties, but you're welcome to run any others by me and I'll check them out for you. I like to sometimes add strawberries to it. I froth it up in my Ninja Bullet or your Thermomix or a shaker cup, and away you go. Other people just like it with water. Again, it's your preference. And then you're going to leave this for about an hour to do its work. It's pretty filling anyway. I find most people do not want to eat for another hour or two after they've had this. This is your breakfast. This is your breakfast. This is your break fast. Okay, so, oops, just get rid of that. There's a little call coming through. So that is our Golden Renewal Protein. Again, as soon as you have a sip of this, push stop on your timer on your little fasting app. So, yay. Then, sometime after that, doesn't matter. You can go 1, 2, 3 hours. I don't care. As long as when you're hungry, then you eat. And when you do eat, we want you to be eating really healthy, whole-based foods. Now, I can say to you that you'll still get benefits from this program eating whatever you were eating before. But why not just go for gold, guys, and do our very best? I want you to mostly stay away from anything man-made. I want you to stay away from bread. I want you to stay away from pasta. I want you to stay away from marinades and sauces unless you've made them yourself and you know exactly what's in them. I want you to stay away from, I don't know, unclean spreads that like the peanut butter that's got all the vegetable oils in. If you want to have peanut butter, have like 100% peanut butter with just 100% peanuts on the ingredients list. I want you to eat, look, you can have fruit, you can have vegetables. A lot of people tend to go dairy-free and gluten-free in this period just because they can be inflammatory and hinder some of that detoxifying progress. And maybe you're going to get some yogurt, some coconut yogurt in the house and have, you know, a bowl of that with berries and stuff for lunch. Maybe you're going to have a nice big chicken salad. Stay away from bought processed foods. Processed bought gluten-free foods. Most of them are chemical crappy food lists and we don't want to have those. So just keep it simple. Maybe you've got some homemade soup. Maybe you're going to have some eggs on, you know, maybe some, I've seen things where they get sweet potato pieces and have their eggs on there, or don't worry about any toast at all, just have some scrambled eggs and some baby spinach leaves and some mushrooms, or, you know, again, homemade soups, all the things. And then with dinner as well, just have your meat and veg, your roast, your things like that. Maybe your family are having Mexican, so instead of having the wraps or the tacos, you can just have yours on some roast vegetables. Come back to me if you're stuck with ideas or your consultant, and we can definitely help you with that. You're welcome to maybe have a couple of squares of dark chocolate. Go to my Brick Group Fit Facebook page and make some raw balls or some caramel slices and all the things. But just, it's 7 days. Again, you can have black coffee in that time as much as you like in your eating or your non-eating window. You can have, in your eating window, you can technically have any types of tea, but let's stick to our herbal teas. You can have sparkling water. You can have some kombucha. So again, but really do try and stay away from man-made stuff and just keep it simple. You guys know what to do. Mother Nature has got so much on offer for us just for that week. Let's stick to it. And then somewhere in your eating window, you're going to have your probiotic stick. Best not to have it within 15 minutes of any hot foods because you'll kill them. They're little bugs. They need to be looked after. So don't have it and then have a hot cup of tea afterwards. Again, a lot of people like to have this after dinner because it's not like your dinner's boiling hot, you know, like you eat at a good temperature and like 10 minutes later you might have that. And then as soon as you finish eating again for the day, please come back to me with questions because I know people get so many questions around what you can eat. You're going to finish with this and you're going to push start again. Now, if you don't want to use the app, of course, just you can do it all in your mind. You can go, okay, if I finish at 6, I can eat at 10, you know, that sort of stuff. But I just find having a fasting app really helps you to keep accountable. And sometimes you're just like, oh, you get a bit muddled because you're used to having food and your brain's not working properly for a little red hot second. So that again is just a little bit of expansion. The one thing that I would say to you is reach out to friends that you think might do this. Maybe post on your socials and say that you're doing this, because there's so many people out there, women particularly, that have hormonal issues that are going, you know what, I need that in my life as well. And if you refer them to me, I will give you a further discount voucher on any future purchases. So maybe at the end of this, you want to buy some of our normal protein because you love the protein shakes and you want to carry on. Maybe you want to get on our Green Gut Glow and get the bloating in order. Maybe you just, going to replace your too many coffees with some of our amazing fizz sticks. So do keep in mind, post on your socials, show people that you're doing some intermittent fasting, show them that you're taking a probiotic stick, show them your turmeric latte, a break fast protein shake, or your matcha with MCT oil, because I will always 100% reward you. And then, if you want to do it again in like 2 or 3 months, maybe you'll have like 4 or 5 friends that want to do it with you, and I can run a group specifically for you. So hopefully this has given you a little bit more in-depth information about how to use the products, how the average day goes, and what to eat in your eating window. And of course, you'll be in my accountability group, no doubt, if you're getting this. So feel free to pop your questions in. No question is dumb. And if you put it in the group, then everyone can learn from the questions.